Listen, everybody needs a fairy godmother, just somebody to look out for them. Some people call me their fairy smoke mother, others their internet big sister, but you can call me Hannah, the host of Smoke Sash. So come hang out, let's light up and talk everything there is to life. The good, the bad, the ugly, the embarrassing. I've got a story for it all. Hello, baddies of the world, and welcome back. And most importantly, Happy New Year! I know you're listening to this on the 30th and you're like, bitch, we have a couple more days. No, in my head, sayonara 2025. You were something, that's for sure. But she can go ahead and get out of here. I will be celebrating 2026 early, and honestly I am so excited just to have a new year. We will get into all of the New Year's things, all the topics, all the resolutions, all of the rules, all the fun things, whimsical goal setting. You guys know the vibes. But first, I must say happy holidays. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, whatever you were doing with family. I hope it wasn't too insane or too taxing on your mental health. Trust me, I know how crazy it can possibly get, but this year we had a pretty chill Christmas. I went up to Omaha to visit some family, mostly my brother, my sister-in-law, and my niece and my nephew. Those kids, whew, oh, they are the smartest little children I have ever met in my entire life. There is not one iPad in reach of those kids. Actually, I don't even know if they know what an iPad is, which, thank God, you can tell just how intelligent and how curious they are, which really just makes my heart so happy. But I went up there to spend time with them, which was so much fun, but so exhausting. Whew, if you have children out there, props to you, because damn, those kids are just little balls of energy constantly. And then when they run out of energy, it's like negative energy because they're just like freaking the fuck out because they're so exhausted. And honestly, I get it. Like, as an adult, I wish when I was that tired, I could just scream and roll around on the floor. But like, babe, we don't have time for that. Congratulations, you're a child. You can do that, but whew. And I have spent a lot of time around kids. I love kids. I don't get the thing. Big red flag, in my opinion, is when people are like, I hate children. It's like, motherfucker, that's weird of you. That's weird of you. Like, I know more adults that are worse than kids, if I'm being honest. Like, they're kids. Could you imagine yourself at the age of 5? At the age of 2, like, you were a nuisance. I was in the Fazoli's going table to table like, hi, my name's Hannah. Oh my gosh, what are you eating? Like, who was letting me do that? Like, kids are supposed to be messy, weird, snotty, crazy, loud, wild. It's just a part of human nature. And I think that's so beautiful and so wonderful, no matter how insane it can get and out of control it can get. My niece is just like so attached to me, which is adorable. I love her down. She reminds me of what I imagined myself when I was a child, which is just like a wild beast, honestly. Like, she's an older brother, so she has to be prepared for attack at any point in time. She has to be willing to say what's on her mind, otherwise her older brother's going to speak over her. Like, she is, opinionated. She wants things certain ways. She wants things to happen for her in certain aspects. She loves playing with like imaginary toys. She loves just being in her own world. She loves arts and crafts. I'm like, yes, this is a mini Hannah. I love her down. She's so sweet, so cute. And she was just lashed onto me the entire time, which made me so happy. We went ice skating together. That was my nephew's like big wish for the whole family, is like, let's go ice skating. And like, Omaha, Nebraska is using their taxes correctly, because what do you mean you built a public ice rink? And it's the coolest ice rink I've ever been on. It's like almost like an infinity sign with a bunch of little smaller circles that you can, slide around on. Was I able to do backflips and cartwheels on that ice? Absolutely not. I was hobbling around like a brand new baby deer with my niece because she was attached to me by the hip. Like definitely could have fallen over multiple children. Saw so many children wipe out, but it was fun. It was cute, and we love a good little family activity. And also, there's just something about being around children that brings back that holiday joy and whimsy. Just seeing how so excited they get about their gifts and about, you know, everything that they are just looking forward to with Santa. It is just so enthralling and so wonderful, and it really brings the joy back to Christmas that I've been missing for a while. Because it's like, as an adult, I'm like, all right, when is it over? High key. But I got my niece some Calico Critters and like a Sylvanian family set. She's obsessed. Low-key, I got it for myself. A great gift for kids, probably upwards older than 4 or 5, because there's some small pieces, some small little tiny pieces to play with. But they're obsessed with Zootopia. So they were all about the Calico Critters. She loved it. She loves to play pretend. She loves the dollhouse. So that was fantastic. And then I got my nephew a rock tumbler, which is like, here's the thing. If you are an aunt or an uncle of small children, it is your job to get the gifts that's like low-key gonna annoy your brother or your sister, whoever it is. You have to kind of be a nuisance in that way. And I didn't realize a rock tumbler would be that much of a nuisance until they were putting it together and then plugged it in, and I was like, oh no, there's rocks tumbling in the living room right now. You can hear it. It's the loudest white noise I've ever heard in my entire life. And not only that, but they need to tumble for 4 weeks. Congratulations, children. Now you get to practice patience. I also got him some slime kit, because what little boy doesn't love like slime? Hello. And it was like science slime. It did a bunch of different things. Anyways, listen, Santa Hannah came through for the kids. If there's one person I'm gonna spend money on, it's my niece and nephew. Like, you can have whatever you want. If we are out and about and they want something, they don't turn to my mom, they don't turn to my dad, grandma, grandpa, they don't turn to their mom or dad. They look me dead in the eyes and they go, buy that for me. And I do. Every time. Card is out. Anything those kids want, I got you. But that was fun. It was kind of a whirlwind. I also had to like film this podcast early that week, so I was like out of my routine. It really threw me off. And then we had Christmas. Luckily, Christmas was fairly chill. I mean, my parents had cut off the crazy Trump supporter family members that we had by their choice. I was like, whatever you guys want to do, I'll be there. I don't give a fuck. Like, I can laugh and smile and pretend if that's what you want me to do. But they were like, no, let's do a chill Christmas. So that was super fun. Just sit around, drink some good drinks, eat some good food. Oh my God, you guys, I had a moment with my parents that I've never had in my entire life, which is like, listen, I smoke and eat weed. You guys know me. Hello. I love an edible. I love a bong rip. I love a dab pen. I don't really love dabs anymore, but like, I respect them. I understand. I don't think my brain can handle that anymore. But me and my parents shared a hotel room in Omaha, and they were like, let's go downstairs and get some drinks for dinner. Like, let's go upstairs first, drop our stuff off. I sat down on the bed before we went downstairs to the hotel bar to get some drinks, and my mom was like, eat one of these. And I was like, what is she talking about? I look up from my phone. She's holding an edible container. I was like, oh, mother, I thought you had too much anxiety for this. I assumed, you know, she's a wine mom through and through. I did not think she'd be into edibles, but obviously my dad's done some work on her. I was like, hell yeah, I'll eat some of this. Give me a full one. Fuck it. Like, give me a full one. I can handle my own, whatever. I did not know how many milligrams they were. And then we went downstairs, had a drink, which was drink number like 4 of the day at this beautiful cocktail bar in Omaha, Nebraska. Literally shocked to say beautiful cocktail bar in Omaha, Nebraska in the same sentence. But listen, I was flabbergasted and happy to be there. The edible hit hard. Extremely hard. And we were like, we got to get out of here. Like, high key, we need to go upstairs and go to bed. So I go upstairs, my parents go upstairs, and I'm like trying to find my makeup bag, and I'm like, oh my God, my makeup bag's missing. I don't know where it is. My entire makeup bag with my toothbrush, toothpaste, makeup, face wash, anything you need to be a human being, I can't fucking find it. I'm like, oh shit. I went on, I'm not even kidding, a 2-hour long scavenger hunt off this edible, trying to find my makeup bag. Downstairs to the car. Oh, I forgot the keys. Okay, back upstairs to the 5th floor. Okay, now I got the keys. Now I'm going back downstairs. Now there's a strange man by the car. Now I don't want to go out there. Let me wait inside in the lobby until he's gone. He's not leaving. Let me wait some longer. Okay, back outside. Okay, I can't find it. Okay, back upstairs. And these hallways were so spooky. I felt like I was in the Shining Hotel. It was actually a nightmare scenario. It was truly not those fun adventures you have on edibles. It was one of those edible adventures where you're like, when will this stop? When will this stop? But yeah, that was fun doing weed with my parents. That was a new one, I will say. Excited to know that they do that. Love that. Welcome to the club. Happy to have you here, considering y'all demonized me for years for smoking weed. Well, just my mom, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, great little chill Christmas. I am so excited for it to be over. Honestly, genuinely, like, it was just too much. I'm a creature of comfort. You guys know me. I like my routine. I like my planner. I like knowing what's happening. I like my days being in order. And for some reason, Christmas falling in the middle of the week really just threw off my equilibrium completely. Now, I am very excited for New Year's Eve coming up. So excited. And honestly, happy that it's in the middle of the week. It could not come sooner, if I'm being honest. But I'm already doing my New Year's Eve prep. I went this morning and got my nails done. I haven't had nails in like a month because I missed my last appointment. Oops. Sorry, girly. I just got some classic cunty thick French tips. They're gonna look perfect. I have a red bandage dress, vintage white Prada heels, and a giant fur coat I will be wearing on New Year's Eve, and I will look slayed the boots house down. I can't wait. If you want to see the photos, they will be up on Instagram at Hannah Marlene. But some other prep for me looks like making my New Year's resolutions. I'm sure everybody's thinking, I say sarcastically, what is Hannah doing for New Year's? What are her New Year's resolutions? What is she looking forward to? I did my predictions last episode of just like cultural predictions. What are people going to be into? What are they going to be looking towards? Big recession vibes. I fear it's like, making sure we're buying the right items, not just spending money willy-nilly, being careful about what we're purchasing, being intentional about our motives and our direction. And I like to see it, it kind of kills the consumerism in us a little bit. Don't like to see a recession, not here for that. But I have made my New Year's resolutions, and they might be a little bit different than you could be expecting, but maybe they'll inspire you to kind of think about your resolutions list and to also just hopefully get excited for the new year. 2025 was, wow. I mean, it's the year of the snake, and it was like a very inward year, a year where we were looking towards ourselves and not really making much direction or making much movement, but instead shedding layers or being aware of layers that we need to shed and aware of things that were maybe holding us back, aware of things that, we don't want to be anymore. And I think that was really beautiful in a sense, but the stagnancy really killed me, where it's just like, okay, I'm learning the same lesson over and over and over and over and over again, and it's the end of the year now, and I'm fucking tired. I'm tired. There's no more time to learn the same lesson anymore, bitch. It's done. We're done. We have to move forward. And I'm very excited for the year of the horse, 2026. As you know, horse girl here, moving forward with drastic movement, but also it's a 1 year. So it's a beginning year. And 1 year specifically are all about foundation building. So, although we are moving forward with haste, we are really focusing that movement towards how do we want to really solidify our life? What foundational necessities do we need? Things like job, career, comfortability, maybe hometown. Where do you want to live? Who are you? What hobbies do you have? What activities do you do? We spent so much time this year, 2025, thinking, inward direction, inward looking, lessons, that now this year, this next year, 2026 is all about foundation building. And I think that's wonderful because it gives us an opportunity to build a strong foundation. So if you're going to do anything this 2026, I highly recommend tapping into that energy and building a very strong foundation in which you want to stand on. Ask yourself, big idea questions like, where do you want to be in 5 years? I think that's an important question to ask yourself. What career are you interested in? Where do you want to live? What does does your future look like? Does it involve a partner? Does it not involve a partner? Have you been dating the wrong people? What is the right partner for you? Do you need to focus on yourself this year? Do you need to build long-lasting friendships instead of relationships this year? Are there friendships you've been neglecting that you need to put some work into? What's your favorite scent? What's your favorite activity? Let's start getting active. Let's start picking up hobbies. Let's start doing that, building the foundation. It's a very exciting year. I'm very excited for it. I love a new year. I love a foundation building year. And I just think it's going to be really, honestly, so wonderful and so beautiful. We've been learning some lessons and relearning them and hopefully getting over them at the end of 2025 that started in 2023. So if you're like, a lot went on, what were my lessons? Look back to 2023 and maybe like the hardship that you had during that year. You will be like, oh wait, I learned it then, and then it happened again, and then it happened here, and I was also facing it in 2025. Yeah. If the universe is asking you to release one thing, one habit, one bad situation you keep putting yourself into, it's that thing. Look towards 2023 and now 2025. What's the commonalities between the both? What do you need to release going into the new year? But enough of me rambling. Let's go ahead and get into Hannah's 2026 New Year's resolutions. Here's the thing. I will say, if you are a very private individual and you have a habit of sharing things and then them not coming true, make your resolutions and keep them to yourself. I will also say, if you have a habit of falling flat on resolutions and making hard ones that you can't stay to, watch out for that. I like a good middle of the road resolution where it's like, that's achievable. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that daily. I can do that weekly. It's achievable. It doesn't seem so far-fetched. Just so you're able to feel like you make more direction and are actually able to achieve things this year. So, starting with the biggest rule of all, biggest resolution of all, create less rules for myself. I know. It's like the opposite of a resolution that you would think. But I'm kind of a freak, and not like freaked out. Well, that too, but like I'm a freak when it comes to behavior, and I create a lot of rules for myself, and rules that just like don't need to exist at any point in time. Things like, oh, well, it's too late to post that now, so now you don't. Oh, well, it doesn't look perfect, so you don't do it. Oh, so it wasn't exactly how you wanted, so give up. Oh, you're not supposed to act that way, so hold your true person inside, Oh, you're not supposed to dance here, so don't dance here. Oh, you're not supposed to be loud here, so don't be loud here. I understand, like, there are just general rules in life that we have to follow, such as, like, being a good person, being spatially aware, situationally aware. Those are fine. Those are dandy. Those are things that keep you situated healthily in society. And I do think we need those rules, but I think there's a bunch of arbitrary rules that I create for myself that really are caging me in. So, although I'm going to go through 20 rules that I've created for myself for this next year, I do think when it comes to rules that aren't actually benefiting me, making me feel good, pushing me forward, or helping someone else, then it's not a rule I should be following at all. I'm tired of boxing myself in, of like randomly holding myself back. For what? Because my brain told me to do so? Yeah, sure. Your brain thinks a lot of things and not all of them are correct. Okay? So, rule number 1 for myself, create less rules. Live by less rules. Oh, you're too old to do that. Who made that rule up? You. Don't live by it. Oh, I'm too young to do this. Who made that rule up? You. Don't live by it. Oh, but this is what society tells me to do. Who made that up? Them and you. Doesn't mean you have to do it. Be aware of why, the how, and follow through on things that actually feel right and good for you. That's what I'm kind of talking about when it comes to those rules. Number 2, and this is kind of funny, but like real. I'm just a girl, okay? I want to fix my back knee. You guys, I don't know what's been going on when it comes to my mid-20s and the acne, hormonal acne flare-ups that I've been having. But my back knee is out of control. Justice for my back knee, girlies, because there's truly nothing worse. A pimple on the face, like everybody gets them. It's normal. It's real. If it feels very human. But for some reason, back knee feels like so out of place, like something I shouldn't be getting, especially in my mid-20s. And it's a huge insecurity of mine. And so I've kind of just like ignored it for a long time, especially throughout my 20s. I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do about it? It's just a part of how I live. But I find it holding me back a lot. My back knee holding me back. Yeah, no pun intended, babe. But I don't want to be like, I can't wear that shirt because of my back knee. Once again, creating rules for myself that don't exist other than in my head. I want to feel comfortable in all of my clothing. And I know, especially with the amount of fucking money I'm paying for my health insurance, babe, use and abuse that health insurance. That's another rule of mine. Bitch, put that premium to work. But I really want to fix my back knee. And low-key, I think I'm just going to walk in. Not that everybody should do this. But low-key, I think I'm going to walk into my acne appointment and be like, can I please get some Accutane? Because I did find in my teens, the only thing that fixed my back knee and my regular acne was Accutane. And so, I'll listen to the doctor. Whatever she tells me to do, I'll do, period. But my acne is out of control. Not my face acne, specifically my back knee. And you guys, I've tried everything. Literally holding my head over the sink to rinse out conditioner so it doesn't drip on my back. Making sure I'm exfoliating. Changing my sheets literally almost like daily. I switched to a clean and clear additive free laundry detergent, which in general I recommend for everybody because the essential oils sometimes are really bad for my skin. Like I need a very simple, gentle soap on my laundry, no fabric softener. I've tried everything under the sun. It's there. It is what it is. I have accepted it, but also it's like I don't want to live with that insecurity when maybe I can do something about it, whether it's starting a medication, starting a topical cream, anything of that sort. It's like if you feel insecure about something and you can do something about it, do something about it. Why not? We have one life to live. And it's also acne, so it's not like that big of an insecurity, but also it's like a nuisance. And so I really want to get that figured out. Ideally, she just put me on Accutane and I just do 6 months and hopefully it'd be gone because that's what happened the first round. And I wouldn't mind a second round of Accutane. I think it'd be good for me. I think it would. I think the purge would be nice for myself. But yep, that's my second resolution. The back knee has to go. And if you are a girl with back knee, you guys understand my struggle. It is the most annoying thing ever. I want to wear a shirt with no back on it and feel so comfortable, hot, sexy. Like I want a sexy back. I'm bringing sexy back, quite literally. Okay, next one. I want to do a YouTube video every Sunday. So far, not so good. I haven't started yet, but I have started planning. My first back to YouTube vlog, YouTube video, YouTube editing, whatever you want to call it, will be the first Sunday of the year. So the Sunday after you listen to this, the 4th. The 4th, I'll be doing a baked and baking episode. I will be making Oreo truffle balls. Yes, they're so good and hopefully so easy. I don't know. We'll find out. But I really want to start posting every Sunday on YouTube. I love vlogs. I love creating. And it hurts my heart when I stop creating. I really realized this when I started painting again. I was like, oh, wait. I do enjoy doing this thing. Why did I ever stop? Like, I understand life gets in the way sometimes, then you get out of routine and then you stop doing it, but why not come back? Once again, creating arbitrary rules for myself. Oh, you've been gone too long, now you can't come back. Yes, you can. No one told you that but yourself. So I want to start doing and get into a good routine of YouTube videos every Sunday. I like interacting with you guys more. I like showing you guys more of my life and like what I'm doing and what I'm up to. And I think YouTube is a fantastic way to do that. If you don't know, all my vlogs and all of my like little fun short videos are on my YouTube channel, Hannah Marlene 444. So check those out if you never have. I think the last one I did was my Japan vlog. But I really want to work on my content game. So uploading on YouTube every Sunday, and also I want to start doing clips of this podcast if I feel inclined. But I think I would have a really good time doing clip work and sharing that with people, just to get more people here and to spread the Hannah gospel. I say sarcastically. Anyways, that's really my only content goals. I feel good about the content I make. I feel really happy with this podcast. I feel very content. It's more so like, how can I elevate other creative ways I feel confident about? And I really want to focus on YouTube this year. Next one, this is kind of silly, but like I said, create realistic goals. I want to repot all my plants. All my plants behind me, I'm like, they need new soil. They need a trim up. They need a little zhuzh, a little like home refurbishment. They just need some good nutritious soil, and I think I'm gonna do it in the winter time. I know I probably shouldn't do that. I think I'm gonna do it in the winter time because it'll feel more hands-on, very grounding, especially as we kind of manage the rest of the winter. But I want to repot all of these plants. My monstera needs like extra soil. I need to fix that one. I need to trim this one. It's like they've gotten a little out of control. I've been in this apartment for 3 years and I love that. But I have not touched any of these since I've moved in, other than watering them. And I know they just deserve a little extra TLC. Maybe that'll be a fun little YouTube vlog. Let me know if you want to watch. But I do need to repot all my plants. Another one, I want to grow my perfume collection. Right now I have a pretty good collection going on. I only have 3 different perfumes, and it's like it's not a cheap collection to get into, but I love having different scent options. Now that I have 4 or 5 different perfumes, it's really fun, like using it as a way to kind of like dress up my sim in a funny sort of way, dress up my character, where it's like, how am I feeling? What's the vibe I'm putting off? And what do I want to smell like? I usually try and get a new scent for each season. Sometimes the seasons will overlap, like fall, winter. Usually I'll use the same one, or spring, summer. Sometimes that'll happen if I find one I really like. But I really want to build my collection. I think it's very chic. I think it's very long lasting. There are things that'll last you a lifetime. And yeah, I just love using that as a new way to kind of individualize myself and honestly like adorn myself. I think there's something really beautiful about perfuming yourself in the morning and using that as a sense of adornment and to show yourself a little bit of love. Any sort of scent thing. Like I love a sugar scrub. I love a Lush visit. Girl, don't get me started on Lush. But I want to grow my perfume collection for sure. Another one, which I think I've mentioned before, is give more compliments. There's so many times where I want to just like stop a girl and be like, I love your outfit. And I've been better about this recently. But the social awkwardness gets in the way of like, but what if blah, 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 blah. Or it's like, oh, I thought about it and then I thought about it and then they walk past me and it's too late. It's like, as soon as you feel like saying, oh my God, I love that shirt, say it out loud. Oh my God, you're beautiful. Tell them. Like there's no better feeling than going out in public and getting those compliments from other baddies. So why not spread the love a little bit more? I want to give more compliments to people. I think it's a great way of showing gratuity and also just showing a little bit of love. And it's important to kind of put yourself aside in those moments. I don't know. We need to be spreading more love to each other and just being more aware of each other and not being afraid to like show appreciation to one another. And I think a compliment is the ultimate way to go. I've talked about this before though. Like the best way to start a conversation with somebody is to give a compliment. The best way to kind of just like interact with random people that you don't know is to give a compliment. Oh, I love those shoes. Bam. Now you're talking about where you got the shoes. Now you're talking about going shopping. Oh my God, you like thrifting? Me too. You're gonna go on a thrift date. Bam. It really is that simple sometimes. And not that I'm looking for that type of connection every time I give a compliment, but I do just want to be more forward and direct with interaction with people outside and to kind of spread the love and joy no matter where I go. Another one is watch more movies. I've realized I have not seen a lot of movies. My Letterboxd is sparse. And a movie is just really good at combating the phone addiction, the scroll addiction, the 10-second video addiction. YouTube videos are also fantastic for that, but I need to get more into long form content and consuming it. Movies are just so good, and not me being like, yeah, movies are slept on, but in my head they are. I don't know. I've just never been a movie girl. If I'm watching a movie, it's always been a scary movie. I've watched every single horror movie there is, but I want to get more into like the classics, the artsy fantasy films, the A24 of it all, and really just grow my repertoire a little bit. I think it's good for just like cultural awareness, for just also like connecting to the humanness of yourself, the humanness. It's fun to see like different storylines and to be able to like compare and contrast internally. And yeah, I definitely need to be watching more movies, consuming more long form content. So that's big on my list. Get a new tattoo. Yeah, I want a new tattoo. It's been on my mind like all year this year. My last tattoo I got 2 years ago, and I've been content since because I feel very balanced tattoo wise. But I want another one. I don't know. I have the tattoo itch. It happens. If you're somebody with tattoos, you'll get one. You'll be like, I'm good for a while. And then it's like, meh, why not? You know, as soon as you get one, it's like ripping the Band-Aid off. You're like, fuck it, let me get another. So I'm usually pretty intentional about the tattoos I get and just taking my time to think about it. There's nothing that's popped into my head recently that I'm really like hyper fixated on, like I need to get that, but I have a feeling it's gonna happen this year. Maybe it'll be a horse. That'll be cute. Oh my god. But yeah, I definitely want some more tattoos, at least one new one. Eat more veggies. I don't know, I'm good about eating my veggies, but I really want to be like a veggie eater this year. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's that post holidays, like I've had too many mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, cornbread, baked cookies, pies, cakes, candies. Like maybe it's that, but I really want to eat more veggies. There's nothing better than like a roasted veggie, a roasted butternut squash. Girl, when it's cold out, everything to me. So good. And incorporating more veggies into my meals. I'm good about using like maybe one veggie in my meal, but I want to add like a bunch of different variety. I want to try veggies that I've never tried before, and I really want to become more plant-based than I am right now. I don't think I'm going to go vegetarian, but I think becoming more plant-based will give me the opportunity to wean off of meat a little bit and enjoy more vegetarian style meals while also like keeping that balance of being able to have steak here or chicken here or whatever. I just think it's a good healthy habit to have. No more DoorDash. No more. She's done. DoorDash is out. I mean, props to those DoorDash drivers. Absolutely, girl. Get out there, make you your bag. You deserve the money. But a big theme this year, recession indicator, is like no more wasted money. Do you know how many fees they tax on to all of the DoorDash stuff or Instacart or whatever you want to use that's just like instantly place the order, now it's at your door? I don't want to waste my money on it, because what am I doing? I'm sitting at home and scrolling instead of getting in my car and going to get it. I actually wrote this rule down because I went out with some coworkers the other night, and it was for my coworker's birthday. We were just out having a good time, but I have I have this problem where I get stuck at the club, and it's not like a problem, girl. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be having a grand old time. But it's like I have one drink, which is good health, like go home after that one drink. But I'll have one drink and I'll have fun. And I'm like, and another, and another, and another, and another. And it's like, babe, we don't need to be doing that. So instead of doing that, instead of sitting around at the club for hours, I had my one drink. I danced it out for an hour. I went out on the patio. I smoked a blunt. I met one of you cuties. Shout out. I looked a mess. It was post work, so apologies for the mess I was, but I did that, and then I said goodbye and I left. Hannah leaving the club before everybody else? Who is she? Are you kidding me? Because in my brain I was like, I'm getting Taco Bell. I'm going home and I'm door dashing myself Taco Bell, and it's gonna be fantastic. That's usually like my post Saturday night thing, is maybe I'll go out, but mostly I just go home, I get in the shower, I order my DoorDash Taco Bell, it gets here, I eat it, I go to bed. It's a great routine, but also how much money am I wasting weekly on that DoorDash, babe? Let's be real. Well, I got in my car and I was like, okay, well, let me check out like the DoorDash situation. Let me go home and check out the DoorDash situation, and they were not delivering Taco Bell. So my ass, yes, believe it or not, drove to the Taco Bell, and it was like the gates of heaven opened, because as soon as I pulled up to that Taco Bell, and it was probably like 1 a.m., I was just like, I was really fiending for that Taco Bell, as you can probably tell, and there was nobody in line, not one person. I pulled up to the window, I was like, hi, I was so excited. They made that burrito fat as fuck. They knew I needed that shit. They knew I was really looking forward to it. And got home, showered, ate my food. It was fantastic. And then I was like, oh my God, I could have DoorDashed that and spent $10 extra. But no, instead I was responsible and left early and just got it on the way home, and I saved myself $10. It really is the little things that start to add up. So, big New Year's resolution, no more DoorDash. Get up, get in your car, go and get it. You'll have interactions that you'll never forget about. You'll be able to, still get it in the same amount of time you would if you DoorDashed it. And yeah, sorry, you're going to lose a little bit of screen time instead of sitting and scrolling on your phone. But get up, go get it. If you can. If you are able to, get up and go get it. That's how I feel about myself. It's like, why are we wasting money here? Get up, go get it if you have the means to do so. Speaking of money spending, buy it nice or not at all. I am tired of the plastic clothing. I'm tired of the clothing that is like disintegrating in the wash. I'm tired of the over consumerism of it all. And I think it's just because I'm getting older. That's just like a part of your brain forming where you're like, when I buy a sweater, I really want to wear that sweater for the next 10 years. I want it to be able to last for the next 10 years. And that doesn't mean you have to buy it brand new, name brand out of the store. When I say buy it nice, I mean just quality. Like, I'm not just buying a pair of heels because they fit the most recent trend and I'm going to wear them once, even though they're going to snap off my feet probably halfway into the night. No. I'm going to maybe buy the vintage heels off of eBay. They might have a couple scuffs on them, but they're quality, they're well made, they're beautiful, and I'm going to save some money by not buying them brand new or by buying something that's just a trendy little thing going on right now. And I'm going to wear them for the rest of my life until they fall off my body. That's kind of the perspective I'm having. What do they call it? It's like buy it nicer, buy it twice is what they say. And I do live by that. I kind of learned that first when I started purchasing jewelry. And it'd be like, okay, I'm spending $100 on a necklace, which I could spend $200 on and wear it for the rest of my life. But no, I want to save $100. So I'm spending $100. Oh, all of a sudden it's tarnished. Now you got to spend another $100 for a new necklace. You see, it just starts to add up over time. Even though you think you're saving money in the moment, usually in the long term, you're not. Pay attention to the blends. When I'm like online shopping, I will scroll down to the item details and I'll look at it. I'll be like, what is it made of? Is it 100% polyester and you're selling it to me for over $100? I'm not purchasing. Is it a cotton polyester blend? Okay, I'll think about it. The polyester is going to exist in our clothes no matter what. Well, depending on what you're looking at, sometimes it is a great fabric for some items, but that doesn't mean all items, So I really am trying to pay attention to what I'm buying, to buy it nice so I don't have to buy it twice. And also, I'm not going to allow myself to buy something unless I've thought about it for at least 4 weeks. Maybe a little over 4 weeks, maybe 2 months. I'm not going to buy anything unless it's something that I'm going to have on a wish list. And I'm going to be very cautious. I'm going to build a wish list because I'm somebody who's like, I see it, I want it, I like it, I buy it. And I love that attitude on myself. Yes, girl, have everything you want, but like, hello, let's get fucking real, because half the shit you buy where is it? Where is it? In the back of your closet. Exactly. So I'm going to make a wish list. And this is fun because it kind of just like, you get to think about these things still while also like indulging in the thought with not actually buying. Make a wish list, rank my items, put little prices next to them, be aware of them, maybe be aware of some sales. And I'm only going to allow myself to buy a certain amount of items or like a certain budget of items every month, which is going to be very low, like probably like $200, $300. Oh, you need new pairs of shoes. Okay, I get that. Absolutely. But like the random purchasing of it all does not need to happen. I need to be buying things that I actually want, that I need, that I'm going to use. And so I'm trying to hold myself accountable in that way. By setting a budget, by making a wish list, and by not buying things that aren't nice or aren't going to last, and by buying things that I've thought about for a long time. Setting very good, not arbitrary, strict rules for myself when it comes to purchasing. Because like, where are we spending that money? Where is it going? Please be aware. When it comes to saving money too, the number one way I've kind of been able to convince myself to save more money is to set goals with that money. I have a hard time when I'm like, okay, I'm just building my savings account, but like that means I need to spend money. Like my savings account is getting bigger. It's like, no, let's set some goals for that money instead of being like, oh yeah, I can drop this. It's like, well, maybe I'm saving all this money for a vacation. Maybe you want to go to Japan, girl. You should absolutely book that ticket. It's so worth it. But it's like, oh, you want to go to Japan? Cool. Now you don't want to buy that random thing. Instead, you want to put it aside to save for Japan. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you want to move. Oh, that's going to cost quite a bit of money, babe. It just is. It really is. That's okay. Set goals, save that money, put it aside, and know where it's going. Know it's going towards the future. That's always helped me save money. Another one that's very doable is just like, why don't you do it, bitch? I'm gonna floss every day. I'm good about brushing my teeth. I mean, duh. But it's like flossing. We need to save our teeth. Do not get veneers. Take care of the teeth you do have. You're supposed to have those bones in your face for a reason. But like, I fell off of my like dentist. You're supposed to go to the dentist twice a year. I don't think I went for like 4 years, and then because COVID, and then I didn't have dental insurance. I'm not paying that money without dental insurance. And then I finally got dental insurance. So I was like, okay, yes, make that appointment. And they're like, you have a cavity in each tooth. I'm joking, but like, oh my God, girl. I'm like, what the fuck? I should have just been taking care of my teeth, flossing, doing all that stuff. So I want to challenge myself to floss every day or like water pick every day. I'm really good about, I got a tongue scraper that's changed my life. Because sometimes I feel like a toothbrush isn't enough to scrape your tongue. So a tongue scraper, fantastic. Love electric toothbrush. So I'm not thinking about the amount of time. Fantastic. Love. Next one, floss every single day. And at a time that makes sense, Like not in the morning, do it in the evening, do it before brushing or after. I don't know which one you're supposed to do. I think probably before. But yes, I want to floss every single day. Spirituality wise, I want to work with crystals more. Crystals is a property that I've never worked with that often. I do work with it. I use it pretty often in spell work, but I don't necessarily work just with crystals. I also don't know a lot about crystals. I know how to use them in tandem with spell work, like especially like candle magic or herbal magic, things like that. But I do want to like make myself, this is like a fun little activity. I want to make myself a crystal bag that I can carry around with me every single day as a form of protection. You're like, oh, that's weird and woo-woo. I don't give a fuck. It's my life. I'm living it however I want. And I do want to work more with crystals and also just make sure I have some on me every single day. I think they're a powerful tool. I think they're beautiful. I think they're wonderful. And I don't care if you don't believe. I do. And my life's going better for it. Speaking of woo-woo, I want to see my psychic more. I do. I really enjoyed my last meeting with her, and I do need to schedule a new one. But I really enjoy, she's not necessarily a psychic, you guys know. She's more of like a intuitive counselor. But I want to see her more. I also want to, see more psychics in general, get my cards read more in general. I just bought, actually, which I highly recommend. Last year, this is the first year I did this, I bought a 13 card tarot reading where they pulled a card for every year, or not every year, every month of the next year. And you guys, last year I got that reading and I was like, this sucks, it's all negative. And then I went back, and I reread it and I was like, no, they were spot on. They were spot on. The Etsy witches, they're powerful. I'm telling you, literally it was like, what, January, February, you're struggling with financial stuff because my cat was still very, very sick. And then it was March. It's like unexpected happenings, having to redirect, having to focus. And it was like, oh my God, my car got stolen. And then it kind of got into summer and it was like, you're in an okay period, you're enjoying the vibes of it all, maybe you're getting closer to your lover, things like that. I was like, yes. And then it got to the end of the year and they were like, you're really going to be focusing on relationship dynamics. You're going to be heavily focused on it going through the new. It was all so correct. It was crazy. It was wild. And you know what? I'll share with you the person I bought it from because I did really enjoy it. They're on Etsy. They're called Vitalis Oracle, VITALIIS Oracle. And it's the 13 card zodiac tarot reading. And so it's a next year forecast. I just bought my newest one a couple days ago. It usually takes about a week for them to do it. And I'm so excited. I really hope it gets delivered on New Year's Eve. That'd be super fun to read. But I do love having my tarot cards read. I love talking to very spiritual woo-woo people. I want to go to more full moon meetings, new moon meetings, things like that, and just kind of get into the occult of it all. I want to become more spiritual in a community sense, you know? But if you want a fun little tarot reading, I highly recommend them on Etsy. Not sponsored. It was just, I was flabbergasted last year. I'm telling you, 2025, I was like, 2025 is my year. And then I opened it and I was like, no, it's not going to be my year. And then it wasn't my year. And I read back on it recently and I was like, God damn, they were literally right about everything. It was wild. Oh my God. Oh, I can't wait to see what this next year holds. Hopefully it's not as spooky as the last reading. Okay, and my last one, which honestly I think is a really good one to end on. I want to send more letters in the mail. I do. My best friend from college, she's so good about this. She sends me monthly letters in the mail. It's just like a little card, a cute little card with a dumbass little write. It's nothing like super heartfelt. It's usually just like something silly. Sometimes she'll put like a dumb joke in there, but still she's going above and beyond to send something in the mail. And she does this for everybody in her family, for all of her friends. And I'm like, that is it. There's nothing better than getting home and getting a letter in the mail that's not like a bill, you know? Like, I think it's so fun to have, so fun to open. It's so fun to send things in the mail and to just like get excited about them showing up to somebody's house. I think it's a beautiful way to communicate with people. And I love that she started doing it. It made me very inspired. And now I need to do it. Now I need to start sending her letters back because I don't know why I haven't. Once again, it's like, oh, I just never did, so now I can't. Setting arbitrary rules for myself. No, bitch, start today. Start now. So yeah, those are my New Year's resolutions. I feel like very approachable. You know, we got some self-care things. We got some financial things. We got some woo-woo spiritual things, some outreach to friends and family, things like that. And I'm very excited. It's a foundation building year. I know I will still be challenged in ways that will make me better for it. But hopefully, I'm hoping it's a little less inward because I was very like self-attacky this year. And I really hope it's very like structural, focused, laying the groundwork, like bitch, construction vest on, construction hat, hard hat on. I'm ready to get to work. Put me in one of those machines like, girl, we're digging old bones up and getting rid of them. And I'm very excited. I hope you guys are as well. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's Eve. I'm hoping to have a chill one. Once again, my only plans are looking hot and dressing up and getting a couple drinks. I'm hoping not to be out too late. Maybe make a little homemade pizza once I get home from the club. Ugh, fire. Anyways, apologies that took up most of the first half of the episode. Since last episode was a little bit shorter, we're going to do hopefully a little bit longer episode for you guys today and go over everything that's on your guys' mind going into the new year. Someone said, do you have any January goals, consistency goals? Yes. So I'm very strict with myself when it comes to January. I talked a little bit about like on the last episode, dry January. I am definitely going to be doing that, but also I'm going to be doing some other things when it comes to like kind of going cold turkey. So I'm going to be doing dry January. I'm also going to be eating no refined sugar in January, and I will not be eating out at all in January. I know, Taco Bell girl, I love it. I love it down, but I can make those grilled cheese burritos at home. I know they're big goals, hard goals, but it's like 4 weeks. Bitch, I can do 4 weeks. I can do 4 weeks. What is 4 weeks, you know? And unfortunately, when it comes to my back knee, sugar is just not good for me. As soon as I have eaten, I'm not kidding, 3 entire bags of gummy bears in the past 4 days. My acne's never been more out of control, honestly. Sugar, so bad for me. Dairy, so bad for me. And not that I want to give it up for the rest of my life. I just want to get rid of sugar to see like how it affects my body. Like, oh, will it actually get rid of my acne? If it does, like shit, maybe I'm going to be giving up sugar. And then also, I really want to stop doing fast food because Every time I eat fast food, I break out. I mean, that's just a given. Hello, everything's fried in so much oil, which, ooh, is tasty. I'll tell you what. But let's save some money. Let's make it at home and make it just like slightly healthier, even though I'm using usually the same amount of oil. I feel like it's healthier when it's made on my stovetop for some reason. So those are the 3 main goals that I have. I'm still pretty good at the working out. I have been following, if you're curious, someone asked, how has your winter routine been going? We are officially in the hibernation autopilot stage of the winter survival guide, and I feel like I'm going pretty strong. I've been doing yoga very consistently, and honestly, it's something that if I don't do, I start freaking out a little bit. Like, I need to be working out, I need to be moving my body, and yoga specifically is the perfect amount of like toughness and kindness where I look forward to going to the gym. I can't power lift because it's like too much macho energy that I don't feel like comfortable in. I really enjoy yoga because not only are you really working out your muscles, especially when you do something a little bit more fast paced, but also you are able to do like more poses that open up your spine, your joints, your hips. Sometimes we do classes where we did one last week where we were only focused on the hips, and she was like, if you start crying, it's okay. Like, it happens often. It's like, goddamn, she's so right about that. Me sobbing as I'm doing like a hip opening stretch as I'm doing cow pose. It's like, okay. But I do love yoga. It's been really great. And I've integrated it pretty well that if I miss a class, I start kind of freaking out a little bit. I'm like, when can I get in? When can I go there? And I've done pretty good on all of my other goals. It was mostly just a working out goal I had for this winter, just locking the fuck in. And I feel pretty locked in. It's been going really good. Any advice for the girlies in a creative rut / feeling the winter blues? Illy mommy. Oh, love you. You got to do things that I think are very like approachable. Like, if you're in a creative rut, I don't think the first thing you should do is try and tackle like a really well thesised painting or series of paintings. Like, babe, we don't have time for that. Get out the colored pencils, get out the hot glue gun, get unserious. Get very unserious. It will make your life so much easier, and do things not for the view of other people. When I first started getting back into art recently, I didn't want anybody to see it. It was like, this is for me. This is for me to dive into. Anything that I feel called to do, I'm going to allow myself to do. I'm just going to challenge myself a little bit. And I did that for a while. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm producing things that I feel confident about, that I feel like I maybe do want to show people. Don't be worried about people viewing it or anything like that. Don't do it for the appreciation of others. Do it solely for yourself, and get into doing things that brought you joy when you were younger, such as like literally colored pencils and a coloring book. Who hates a coloring book? You know what? I should create a coloring book. I love a coloring book. It's so nice to just sit down, have a movie on in the background, get out some colored pencils and do some coloring. Like, who hates that? And it's so simple. It's such an easy practice. It's so entry level that anybody can do it, where it doesn't feel like this big overbearing challenge. It just gets you in the creative zone. It gets you into the act of practicing. And I think before you get into creating like big projects, you must get into the act of practicing first. So practice for yourself, do things for yourself. Don't show it to the world. Just do it for you first. And then you can kind of move forward from there. Tips on planning my first trip out of the country. My 2026 goal is to go to Ireland solo. Oh, I love that for you. So my 2025 goal was, I want to go to Japan. And I made it happen. Truly, it was just like a random thought in my head. Even my grandparents were like, why Japan? It was like, well, I mean, obviously trending. A bunch of people are going there. And also just like love the food, love the culture, love the temples of it all, love the shopping. And it just made sense. You know, it felt very approachable. I think Ireland is also very approachable. Solo traveling, in a sense, can be much easier than traveling with somebody else, because there's no compromising. There's no negotiating. There's no compromising. There's no dealing with anybody else's bad attitudes. As long as you have a good relationship with yourself and like you can spend multiple days alone at home, you'll have no problem going abroad solo. And I do think eventually I want to challenge myself to go abroad solo. I don't know if I'm going to be doing much traveling this year. Like I said, 2026 for me personally is very foundation building year where I'm trying to like hone in and focus. And for me, sometimes that means giving up big traveling. Like for a while, I was like, I'm going to Rome. I'm going to Rome. I'm going to Rome, my bestie. It's happening. But sometimes we got to get real about life. And I did my big trip last year. So I think I'm going to chill this year. But if that's your goal, you can make it happen. I practically soloed Japan. I did. If you really think about it, like if I really think about the details of it all, I was watching those flight tickets. I bought them. I booked the hotel. I figured out the private transfer. I did everything. I knew where all the food was. I knew how late they were open. I figured out all the trains. I figured out what neighborhoods to go visit. Like if you're passionate about something, you will figure it out. And if you give yourself enough time, you can make anything happen for yourself. When it comes to solo traveling, also, I'm not anti-hostel. It kind of depends on how you're feeling and how open you are to communicating with people and to making new friends. But hostels are a great way to kind of meet people who are also solo traveling and to build those connections. If you're not interested in that, I highly recommend going the hotel route, okay? Get a fun hotel, get a cozy, nice hotel, treat yourself, enjoy. But I think solo traveling is top tier. I think it's really slept on, honestly. I think you can have so much fun alone, and especially because you don't have to compromise with everybody. You know, that's fantastic. Oh, you want to go do this? Congratulations. No one's holding you back. Go and do it. I know, but you should. Absolutely. My only tips on out of country traveling is make sure you keep that passport on you and safe. Check for that thing constantly, okay? I kept it in a passport holder in my bag attached to my wallet, so I knew where it was completely. Put an air tag in your suitcase if you're checking a bag, so if it gets lost, you know where to find it. TSA is usually always super easy when you're traveling abroad, especially like customs. Japan customs was the easiest customs I've ever had to go through. Kind of depends on when your plane is landing, so it does kind of ebb and flow. Wait it out on ticket prices until they drop. They will drop eventually. Always look up ticket prices on a private browser so it's not tracking, you know, how often you're looking. And biggest tip for solo travel, do group excursions, okay? If it's like tour group this, or come do this with a group, cooking class this, go do those things. Although you're alone, you're going to be in a big group. You're automatically going to be welcomed in. It's going to be a warm welcoming. You're going to get to meet new people from, you know, who knows where, you know, who are also vacationing like you. Kind of network a little bit, chat with them. I think, tours are very underrated, and I wish I would have done tours on this Japan trip. It just didn't happen. But if I was going solo, I would have done so many tours. I love a tour because I don't know nothing. Like, tell me everything. I'm very excited to hear about it. And it's a nice way to kind of enrich yourself in the culture, to also like be around people who are from there. And then maybe, you know, you hook up with the hot tour guide. No, I'm kidding. But like, do tours. It'll be the greatest way to celebrate solo traveling. And of course, solo travel, be safe. Don't get inebriated alone. Don't go home with random people. Be careful. Be aware of your surroundings. Know where that passport is 24/7. 2025 beauty favorites. Ooh, what have I been using? Okay, I don't have a lot, believe it or not. Not a lot of new ones. I've found some good ones that I've stayed pretty dedicated to, like the Laneige lip mask. It's the only chapstick I can wear 24/7. It's the only chapstick that makes me feel like I'm actually like well moisturized on my lips, because my lips get so dry and chapped. But I have discovered some new skincare, such as when I was in Japan, their rice masks are very popular. It's like a cream colored bag with like blue details and a girl on the front. And the rice sheet masks are amazing. I'm very acne prone. They are so hydrating and so wonderful, and probably some of my favorite face masks. The Loops face masks, also fantastic. And their eye masks, the like peelable ones. I love Loops. Loops is fantastic. I've really been into them this year. Anything from Lush. I've really been into Lush this year. Their Sticky Dates body scrub. I swear by a body scrub. I use a body scrub once a week before I shave. So good. But the Sticky Dates one, especially in this winter time, oof. You will want to be eaten up. It smells like you're showering with caramel sauce. I'm not even kidding. They also have this like lemongrass cuticle balm made out of shea butter. Oh my God, it's so good. I've never smelled anything so good in my entire life. They're giant bottles, like the spray bottles of body spray. Fantastic. Anything from Lush. Anything from Lush. That company is so great, so wonderful. They put so much effort and time into what they create, and it shows. It just shows through the product quality. Now, dead of winter, I swear by I think the company's called like L'Occitole, Loccitale. And they make this like body oil. Oh, I slather myself in that body oil. It smells like jasmine, if you're curious. It's like a jasmine body oil. Very perfumey, but very moisturizing, especially in the dead of winter. Oof, it is just so nice to slather myself in it. And I have to give a special shout out. It's not really beauty. I guess I've been talking about a lot of self-care things. I haven't really found any new beauty supplies that I'm obsessed with. But self-care wise and shampoo wise, my dandruff shampoo. Shout out to my dandruff shampoo. It's not even like I have dandruff. It's just because I get a lot of oil buildup on my scalp. So I need like a really good clarifying shampoo. And I fly through shampoo, so I need it to be cheap. It's called Nizoral, Nizoral. It's an anti-dandruff shampoo. I also think it's really good for just clarifying and cleaning your scalp. So shout out to her. I love her down. Tips for maintaining consistency on goals. Number 1, set goals you can achieve. If my goal was to go to the moon this year, bitch, I'm not achieving that. You know, be realistic about your life. Okay? Be real. Set realistic goals. Set entry level goals that you're able to like achieve within a week, and then you move on to the ones that you can achieve within a month, and then you move on to the ones that you can achieve within a year. You got to get the momentum building. If you have no goals right now, do not start with the big ass goals. Start with something small, such as like doing your dishes every single day. I guarantee you'll then be able to get to the big goals. As you saw in my New Year's resolutions, very simple. Give a compliment to somebody when I think they're fine. Love it. Easy. Very entry level goals. Eat more vegetables. Fantastic. We can do that every single week. It just makes you feel more confident about yourself. It makes you feel more confident in consistency, and it gets you excited about creating new goals and challenging yourself in the future. So start simple, work outwards. If you miss a day, it doesn't matter. Truly, honestly, it doesn't. If I miss it, like last week, I couldn't go to the gym as often as I wanted to because of Christmas and everything. Instead of being like, oh, well, I'm just going to stop going to the gym now because I haven't been in a while. It's like, no, bitch. I'm going to find the time where I actually can, and I'm going to go do those things, you know? I'm just going to wait until I actually have the time, and then I'm going to get back into it. Don't set yourself up with such harsh rules that you're set up to fail. Like I said, create less rules for yourself. You're the one who's making it hard on yourself. The gym's going to let you back in whether you've been there for a month or a year. They want you back no matter what. Why are you not allowing yourself to go back? You see, don't set up such harsh rules for yourself that you're not able to actually follow it. Your goals can be achievable if you give yourself some time to be human in between, you know? And also, last but not least, get a planner. I know everybody watching this has extreme ADHD. It is what it is. Like I talk at a pace and I talk about so many topics. It's just like, it's perfect for the ADHD listener. And that's why I made it this way, is because I have crazy ADHD. If you think I'm going to sit here and talk about one topic for an hour and a half, I mean, I can. You guys know me. I absolutely can. But like, is that the most enthralling thing for me to listen to when I want to talk about 1,800 topics? No. So I'm going to talk about 1,800 topics. I used to be a mess and am a mess sometimes. And I feel like my life for a long time, especially like 21, 22, 23, I feel like my life was out of control because I didn't know what tomorrow brought and I didn't know what next week brought. I was just kind of like, okay, let's wake up and let's wing it. Let's figure it out. Like, of course I'll figure it out no matter what. But it was like this underlying sense of anxiety and dread that always existed in me. And I felt like I couldn't achieve any of my goals because it was like, well, I don't know what tomorrow brings and I might be able to do it today, but who knows about tomorrow or next week or a month? Oh my goodness, I can't think that far ahead. Hello, it's because you don't have a planner. You're not looking at your monthly calendar. You're not looking at your weekly calendar, and you need to be doing so. Getting a planner changed my life and has made me achieve so many goals that I never thought were possible because I was able to plan ahead. I was able to go, oh, I have a lot of things written down for Monday and nothing written down for Tuesday. Let me lighten my load on Monday a little bit and move some things to Tuesday so I'm not so overwhelmed on this day and then crashing and burning on Tuesday. Oh, I have an open slot here. Fantastic. I really want to do this thing. thing. Let me reach out to that person and see if they're free. Let me see if they have a gym opening. Let me see if this, let me see if that. You have to have a planner. You have to plan ahead. You can beat the ADHD if you work on planning and are aware situationally of what's going on. My favorite planner. I just shared this with the Patreon girlies. They've been getting a lot of end of the year content. If you want some fantastic end of the year content, goal setting, things like that, join the Patreon, patreon.com/smokesesshawty. I just uploaded some end of the year journal prompts. I also shared the link to this, but I'll tell you what it is. My favorite brand of planners is the Paperage planners. You can buy them online at their website, or I think Amazon has them. I got the big one this year, which I'm very excited about because I like looking at the monthly calendar on a large scale. And then I have the little one that I can use just to throw in my purse or take around, which has the whole week listed on the left side, and on the right side is nothing. So you can brain dump, you can write lists, you can write things. And the key to using planners is it's not a journal. It's not perfect. Planners are supposed to be messy. You're supposed to cross things out. You're supposed to cancel it and move it there. Whatever you write in the planner is not the end all be all. It is like a game of chess where you're trying to figure things out, move things around. It's like a puzzle almost. So allow it to be a little messy, a little weird, a little discombobulated. I also put some more tips on how to, make planner usage a little bit easier if you have a hard time using it on my Patreon. So check that out. But truly, if you have a hard time setting goals because situationally you're not aware of time, get a planner. I have to look at everything in front of me, or else it's just like I'm living day by day. We don't have enough time to live day by day, babe. We got to get excited about the future. Tips on abundance and keeping good energy around. Also, I just moved into my first apartment. What are some good tips? Congratulations on the first apartment. Make sure you have that auto withdrawal on so you never miss a month, babe. Get that auto withdrawal on for any bills you have. That's my top tip ever. Now, when it comes to like abundance and keeping good energy around, I do truly believe that energy is magnetic. It really has this way of working where energy put out is an energy brought in, and it's almost like monkey see monkey do, where if you are putting out positive energy, and this is a big reason why I had the give more compliments goal, whereas if you're naturally emitting positive energy, you will naturally attract positive energy back. It's just how it is. I don't know, it's like a law of the universe where whatever you give out, and you should give out a lot of positive energy, you will get that back tenfold. Always, always, always. And that includes not only showing it to other people, but showing it to yourself, showing it to the items around you, and showing it to people who don't deserve it. I know, that's the worst part. That's the worst part, when it's like, you're evil, but wish you the best, truly. Like, I have no time to give into hate or fear mongering or any sort of like negative energy, because if you are miserable about a person, you're gonna become that miserable person. If you hyper fixate on hating somebody, you probably do it because you hate yourself so much. You see how that energy is magnetic? You gotta be very careful about how you use it. And if you have a slip up, if you have like a little haterade moment, it is what it is. Combat it with a little bit of positive energy, with a little, but I wish her the best or whatever. And it truly is that, law of the land where whatever you put out, you do receive back. And that includes, I really try and control what's happening in my head as well. Not only spoken word, but mentally. I really try not to hate on myself too much. Or if I do, catch myself and redirect, because it's very easy to get on that path of just like getting into the self-depreciating of it all. And the more you do it, the more addicting it becomes, and the faster it flows into you. Like, stop that train before it even starts rolling down those tracks, babe. Redirect with some positive thought, with a couple affirmations, with a couple like compliments to yourself. Be careful about the words you speak on other people. I think the words you speak on other people come back to be spoken to you, So just be aware. Be situationally aware. Be aware of your perception of the world. Your perception of the world is everything. It does control how the world then interacts with you. Now, when it comes to abundance and bringing in abundance to me is really just combating the lack mentality. Going, I can't have that, you're not going to ever get it, And it could be the biggest thing in the world. You can be like, I want a 15-story mansion. It doesn't exist, but don't tell yourself that. I want this big, beautiful, fantastic thing. Instead of going, oh, I'll never get that. That's not in reality. Go, I'll get that one day. Having that mentality and not holding yourself back and not telling yourself no, you can't have this, no, you can't deserve it. It keeps that conversation with the universe open, and it allows so many different possibilities to arise for yourself. There should never be a world in which you're like, no, I can't do that. It's okay to want things. Dare I argue, it's okay to want good things and big things for yourself. You should have very lofty goals and ideas for yourself. I want you to think that highly of yourself that you're like, no, I can do that. Yes, I will be the president. Yes, I will go to outer space. Yes, I will make 500 billion kajillion dollars. I don't know what it is. Whatever you are looking at, it's important. It's important for a reason. There's no reason you should ever tell yourself no. I think a lot of blocking abundance, which for me personally, I block my own abundance, especially a lot this year, by just saying, oh, that's not meant for me. Oh, I can't. Oh, I shouldn't. Oh, this. Oh, that. Stop that thought before it even enters your head. Combat it with, a positive thought afterwards of, no, I can do that, redirect to a more positive way. But stop with the lack mentality. It's blocking you from a lot of blessings and a lot of abundance that naturally wants to come your way. And I do think if you keep that positive attitude with the world around you, you will naturally attract so much abundance. What are you saying goodbye to this 2025? Ooh. Okay. I'm saying goodbye to lack mentality. There is nothing out there that I can't achieve. The only thing holding me back is me. Truly, honestly, that really is what it is. So no more lack mentality. What you want, you can get. And a big thing that I've had this lack mentality on, a big realization I've had, I cannot live in Kansas City for the rest of my life. I have to get out of here. I have to get to California. It's a big goal of mine. It's probably something that I'll do within the next year. I have a lot of things to figure out before I get there, but it's like I've come to the realization that I just cannot be here anymore. I can't. It's not meant for me. I go to the same bars. I go to the same clubs. I see the same people, and it's great. It's good. It's good for where I am now, but I know there's so much growth and possibility available to me if I go out and get it. And for a long time, especially like the past 3 years, I've been like, I can't get to California. I can't do it. I can't do it. Who's saying you can't, bitch? You can. If you want it bad enough, you can. So 2025, I am saying goodbye to lack mentality. 2025, I'm also saying goodbye to Amazon. I am over Amazon. Me personally, I'm so over just like cheap plastic goods. I understand it can get here in 2 days. I also understand like the convenience of it all, but I really am trying to cut back on it. I'm tired of Amazon having so much of my money. That Jeff Bezos is so evil and horrible, girl. He wants us all to die for him, and I don't have time to do so anymore. No more random online shopping, no more random plastic things, no more random goods. I'm saying hello to being intentional about what I keep around me, what I keep on me, and who is around me. I am saying goodbye to self-doubt. I think that's a good one. There's a lot of things and just ways that my brain behaves where I go, oh, I can't do that. I guess that has to do with kind of lack, but also like within relationships or with people, I deal with a lot of self-doubt, and it's like, no, we need to get rid of that. You are the baddest. We got to give into delusion. 2026, we are into delusion. Yes, you are the baddest in the room. Yes, you are hot. Yes, you are sexy. Yes, you do deserve that. We got to give into the delusion of it all. This was a very popular thing in 2021, and I think it's going to be back for 2026, where it's just like, nope, I am the baddest, I am the best, and you are too. Like, just because I am doesn't mean you aren't, Like, we're not going to close off that thought with something negative. It's like, no, we're all fantastic, we're all awesome. Anything you want, you can achieve. I am saying no to self-doubt, and I'm saying yes to delusion. Another thing I'm saying goodbye to is relationships that aren't serving you. And I understand that's a complicated topic when it comes to relationships, because it's like, Within relationships, you cannot have a self-serving, like a fully self-serving relationship. Otherwise, it's just selfish. Like, you need to give and take. That's a big part of the relationship, of a relationship, whether it's romantic or friendship, is you have to put yourself aside sometimes. You have to go out of your way to be a friend sometimes. And sometimes it's not exactly what you want to do, but it just means being a friend. It's just what you got to do. Being in a relationship, sometimes it's like, oh, you enjoy ice skating, I don't, let's go do ice skating. You know, sometimes you have to put yourself aside, and that's real. But there should be times where it does serve you, where you do feel like you're in a good, enthralling relationship, where you feel seen, where you feel heard, where you feel shown up for, where you feel surprised, where you feel encouraged, where you feel complete. I think these are things that are necessary in a healthy long-term relationship, no matter what it is. And so I really am saying goodbye to relationships that are one-sided. I'm saying goodbye to relationships that are just like not real give and take, not real balance. I need balance in my life. I'm saying hello to balance. I love balance. Oof. It's okay if it leans a little to the left. We're going to lean it back to the right. But we got to get that balance in. I have to. It's necessary for me personally. What else am I saying goodbye to? I'm saying goodbye to processed sugar. I'm saying goodbye to processed food in general, the best I can. Y'all know I love a grilled cheese burrito. You know what? Next Instagram recipe, I'm going to be making a homemade grilled cheese burrito. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. I'm just trying to say hi, most importantly, this 2026, to intentionality. I need to be way more intentional about my life. How to stop yearning for a man whore, crashing out, but he's the best sex I've ever had. Outs 2026 are situationships, man whores, most importantly, like I said last, relationships that aren't serving you. Like, who said this? I don't know. Someone said, broke men are really good at giving dick because it's all they have to give. And that's so real. The brokest men in your entire life, the most bum men in your entire life, will dick you down like crazy because they know it's all they have to give. And if they can't dick you down, like, girl, what are they doing? Sitting on your couch eating your food, getting in your fridge, wearing your pajamas, your robe to bed? No. No, we are not doing that. We really can't do that at all. Like, there is no more time. You are and I mean this so genuinely. You are wasting years of your life. And for what? For some mediocre dick? Because in the grand scheme of things, it's mediocre dick. The best dick you'll ever have in your life is from somebody who loves you and isn't afraid to say it, is committed to you wholeheartedly, who wants to have fun with you, who wants to spend the rest of their life with you, who wants to, like, no matter who you are, practically like impregnate you. And I mean that as a joke, not seriously, please, because that's like a threat. Mostly like they are that committed to you. That's the best dick you'll ever have. The situationship dick, no. It's like a cheap, slutty drink from a bar. Sure, it's $3 and it'll get you fucked up, but at what cost? When you could be having a premium martini that someone else bought for you, yeah, babe, we got to up our standards. Ins for 2026, actually having standards. Please, for the love of God. And I say that not just to you, but to me too. Like, I'm not even kidding. We need to, like, actually hold people to standards, because, like, there's an epidemic with men and women where it's this whole, like, non-committal thing. I just want you for sex. I'm not going to say I don't want you for anything else, because then you'll actually leave me. We need to be leaving them. We need to be making them scared. You need to be making them scared. You need to tell them, oh, you want nothing to do with me? Get out of my life. Block them. Oh, they want back into your life? Venmo me $700. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, we need to break this in people now, because it's actually crazy. It's like a mental health epidemic. It's not good. Not good at all, babe. Please, you gotta leave these men in the trash where they belong, because it's either you in the trash or them in the trash. And which one do you want there? I know it's not you. How are you preparing for New Year's? I want to be the most magical I can be for 2026. Illy. Honestly, for me, a lot of the New Year's prep is just really deep cleaning my house. I love a good deep clean. I love a good purge moment. I love a reset. Also, just like taking care of my body. I like a good, like, before going to the New Year's or New Year's Day, a full shower day, sugar scrub, body oil, fresh fluffy robe, clean sheets, clean house, candle lit. Ooh, day of that, there's nothing better. There's truly nothing better. And that's kind of how I go into any sort of like new phase in life mentally, is by cleansing my body physically, cleansing my mind spiritually, by journaling, doing a little bit of like planner work, and then cleaning my house. A lot of the times I will then end up like getting rid of a bunch of stuff, which is really nice. It's just nice to kind of clean the house out completely. Give yourself more room to exist. But that's the best way to celebrate just newness and to welcome in newness, is to clean, make room for it, be intentional, and do like a deep cleaning. Body, home, mind, spirit, whatever you need, it's important. Take care of it. Show it a little bit of love, no matter how you're feeling. It's like a Sunday reset, but a entire year reset. Thoughts on ego death? Girl, I'm in need for a good ego death. I'm not even kidding. I really am. I've really been thinking about, in Minecraft or whatever, doing mushrooms recently. I think I really need a good, solid trip. I'm not going to lie. I think I need a good ego death. I think I need a good, like, before the end of the year, like, final turn inwards of just, like, what are you holding on to that you don't need? The big thing about ego death is it's all about attachment, specifically attachment to things that are just like not good for you, and why you feel inclined to do that. Is it from like you're afraid to actually believe in yourself? You're afraid to just see the truth for what it is? Like, what's the fear behind that? And how can we address the fear with love and heal ourselves in that way? And then finally address the fear with release. I really think that's kind of the big overarching theme of the idea of ego death, is just release and unattachment to things that aren't good for us. And I have a really hard time doing that within myself because of like, I have too much self-control where I'm like, no, I made the choice. Now I have to stick to it. When in reality, it's like, maybe that choice was bad for you. Maybe you can release that, babe. Maybe you can release that. So I do think I just need a good ego death. I do. I need a good release detachment. So honestly, maybe New Year's Eve I'll do some mushrooms. I'll keep you updated. But yeah, I do love a ego death. And I think you can do this within yourself. I don't think you need like drugs to have an ego death. I think you can achieve ego death naturally at like 10 p.m. at night with a journal and a pen. Quite literally. You write down 15 pages of all of your fears, you will achieve the same enlightenment that you can on like hard substances. I'm not even kidding. If you have that kind of like inner looking and like awareness of self, which I know you do. If you're listening to this podcast, I know you do. But if you do that and you do that work on yourself, maybe you do it New Year's Eve, you have no plans, cool, congratulations, get that journal out, girl, get to work, address those fears. Where are they stemming from? How do we release them? How do we make room in our life for better? But I think an ego death can be positive. I think a lot of it is just like attachment to things that are unnecessary and letting go and making room for good. I think I'm in need of that very much so, especially going into this next year. The last weeks have been rough, in need of some good luck going into 2026. You know what? Manifesting for us all. I think we will have good luck going into 2026. I think it'll be luck in a way that we've never experienced it before. I think sometimes when we think luck, we think, oh my gosh, life-saving moment. Oh my goodness, we win the lottery. We think big ticket luck. But I think a lot of the times we overlook the small luck that really starts to add up. Like luck in things not working out for us. I know. Especially when you want it really bad, you're like, what do you mean that's luck? sometimes we want things so bad we don't realize actually it's not good for us. And the best luck in this world is sometimes things falling apart, you know? Especially with this past year. I mean, it felt like my entire life fell apart. You know, it feels like I'm going into 2026 with a completely different view of how I want to live life and where I want to live life, and just like the basis and the foundation that I want to build life on. And I feel very grateful for that. And I think a lot of my luck came through hardship, which is just like struggling and realizing, damn, I really do have myself through it all. Like, that is luck, you know? Near coincidences where it's like, this is like, there's something mystical going on. Like, that is luck. Realizing your friends stayed beside you throughout it all. That's luck. Picking up your paintbrush again in the past 2 years. That's luck. You know, we overlook the little things, but in reality, the little things are what makes the big things so important and so special, and what makes life so magical. So I think really look back on the past year and through the hardships of it all, ask yourself, but what am I lucky for? What happened that, you know, maybe was hard, but truly turned out to be the best thing? Like, I think about my cat Danger. You would think the health scare we went through together, not lucky at all. But now I have a fantastic vet who loves Danger as if it's his own child. I have a team behind him that is willing to like lay down and die for him, to make exceptions for him. I have, you know, I've built up that beautiful relationship, which I found so thankful for. I also have a really good relationship with him because it's like that trust that we've never had before, because it's like, we're going through this hardship together, babe. I'm so sorry we're going to the vet again, but like, I will figure it out. And getting to have him here healthy at the end of it all, that's luck. I went through hardship, but that is some good luck that he at the end of it all is healthy, is happy, is feeling good about himself. Getting my car stolen, you're like, that's not good luck. But I ended up getting the car of my dreams. It's so nice, especially this winter. Ooh, girl, those heated seats. I've never had heated seats before in a car. Like, I've always driven beater cars. It's so nice. I am so lucky that happened to me, or else maybe I would have never been pushed to go finally look for a fucking car, you know? And it needed to happen. It's kind of like those situations where you're like, no, that's not luck. Sometimes there's some luck hidden in it. We just need to change our perception. So here's your homework. Before going into this next year, look back on this past year, 2025. What hardships did you face? What things did you go through that felt just like so incredibly overwhelming that actually might have some luck behind it? Secret protections that the universe put in place. You know, sometimes the universe knows better than us. Actually, it always does. What did the universe know that you didn't? You know, what are you going into this next year that you never thought you'd be able to achieve, but were able to? What were your challenges? What were your hardships? But also what good came out of it? I think it's a great way to kind of change our directional mindset, to get excited about the future. And another little homework project: if you could start your life from the ground up, if everything was to start over, but everything you know now, what would you do differently? How would you build your life? Where would you be living? What would it look like? Who would you be with? You know, what does your life look like? What job are you doing? What are you excited about? Do you have friendships? Are you alone? Get serious. If you could rebuild your entire fucking life right now and be the same age you are and know everything that you do now, but have done it differently, what would you have done? That's how you need to be living 2026. You will know from that answer from that journal prompt what you need to leave behind and what you need to take forward into this next year. And I truly wish us all nothing but the best. Listen, I love you all so incredibly much. Getting to do this every year with you guys is such a blessing. I learn more about myself every single day side by side with you guys, and I think it's just so beautiful and so wonderful. But I am ready to take all the shit I talk on this podcast and put it into action. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of sitting. I'm tired of thinking. It's time to get some action going. It's time to get some movement going. It's time to get excited about life, to take control of our lives, and to go forward in a direction that fulfills us mentally, spiritually, physically. Everything you desire, you can create. Truly and honestly, the only person holding you back is yourself. That's the lesson I've always learned. True, honestly, I keep relearning this lesson. It's always me. It's always me, girl. It's always me. Who's standing in the way of all those dreams? Me. No one else. There's no one else to blame at the end of the day. Okay? It's you. Take accountability. Live your life. Live your life to the fullest. Don't hold yourself back. Don't create rules for yourself. you can achieve whatever you want. I'm looking so forward to the year of the horse, 2026. It's going to be wonderful to us all. And next episode, I'll share what my psychic says about these next 12 years or 12 months of my life, because that'll be interesting to say the least. I have a bunch of last minute end of the year things coming up, and also new year things such as book clubs, tarot readings, things like that on the Patreon, as well as a extra episode every single week where I answer every single one of your questions. If you have a dying question that I've never answered, please join the Patreon, patreon.com/smokesashawty. We have such a fun time over there. Follow my Instagram if you want to see some hot ass baddie pictures from New Year's Eve, as well as fun little TikToks I've been making. I've been sharing them on Reels as well, at Hannah Marlene. And on Sunday, new vlog up. Fingers crossed. I got to get a new phone. We'll figure that out. But it'll be a baked and baking episode. It'll be fun, at Hannah Marlene 444. And with that being said, submit your questions every week. I love hearing from you guys. I'm hoping to do call-ins here soon as well. But new exciting things coming from Smoke Sesh every year, and I cannot wait to see where this next year takes us. Beautiful things for us all. I know it. Stay sane, stay sexy, and I'll see you all so soon. Mwah.